You'd think that reaching $1 million, maybe even 2 or 3, would mean freedom. Freedom from worry, freedom to travel, relax, and finally enjoy everything you've worked so hard for. But here's the surprising truth. A growing number of millionaires are entering retirement feeling broke. Not because they are broke, but because they feel uncertain. They're worried about spending too much, running out too soon, or watching the markets erase years of progress. I've seen couples with multi-million-dollar portfolios still say things like, "We just don't know if we can afford to retire yet." Or, "What if the money doesn't last?" And that tells me something important. Financial security isn't just about your net worth. It's about how you use it, protect it, and plan around it. In today's video, we are going to explore the hidden side of enough, why so many financially successful people still feel anxious in retirement, and what you can do to finally feel at peace with what you've built. Hi, I'm Levi Palomo, certified financial planner here at Pillar Financial Advisors. If you're new here, we create videos that help you make smarter, calmer financial decisions in retirement with a focus on tax efficiency, clarity, and long-term confidence. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today, we will break down what it really means to have enough beyond the numbers on a statement. We'll look at the mindset traps that keep even wealthy retirees feeling uneasy, the structural mistakes that cause doubt, and the practical ways to design a plan that gives you lasting peace of mind, no matter what the markets do. Let's dive in. Part 1, why enough feels so unclear, even for millionaires. Here's the irony of modern retirement. The more money people have, the harder it can be to define what enough really means. I meet many couples with $2 to 3, maybe even $5 million saved. And yet when we start planning, they'll say things like, "I just want to make sure we won't run out." Or, "We're afraid to spend so much too soon." The truth is, enough isn't a number, it's a feeling. And that feeling depends on clarity. If your expenses, taxes, market risk, and future healthcare costs aren't clearly defined, your brain fills the gaps with uncertainty. And uncertainty feels like danger. So even with significant wealth, you can feel like you're walking a tightrope without a safety net. That's why clarity, not accumulation, is what creates real confidence in retirement. Part 2. The psychological trap of more equals safer. Many retirees spend decades accumulating. Every year, saving more was the answer to every problem. More savings meant more safety, more options, and more control. But in retirement, that formula flips. The goal isn't just to grow, it's to convert what you've built into retirement income that lasts. That's where the millionaire's paradox appears. If you spent 30 or 40 years believing that more equals safe, it's extremely difficult to feel comfortable taking money out, even when your plan says you can. That's why some retirees live on $80,000 a year when their portfolio could safely sustain $150,000. They're not being cautious, they're following an old habit that no longer serves them. But here's the reality. $1 million doesn't buy the same security it once did. Unfortunate. If you want your money to last through inflation, taxes, healthcare costs, and market volatility, you need more than savings, you need structure. Part 3, the missing link. Turning wealth into income you can trust. Here's where things start to shift. Most retirees who still feel broke don't have an income plan. They have investment accounts, they have a portfolio, but they don't have a clear, tax-efficient income system. Think of it like this. Your portfolio is the engine. Your income plan, the transmission. Without one, your wealth doesn't move, and neither do you. A strong retirement income plan answers 4 key questions. Where does your income come from each year? Is it taxable, tax-deferred, or tax-free? There's differences. How much can you safely withdraw? Not just this year, but over a 25 to 30-year retirement horizon. When should you trigger Social Security or pensions? Timing can make a 6-figure difference in lifetime benefits. Which accounts should you draw from first to minimize lifetime taxes? When you can see those pieces start working together, you stop second-guessing your plan. You stop asking, "Do I have enough?" and start saying, "I know exactly how this works." That's what real retirement confidence looks like. Part 4, inflation, taxes, and longevity. The 3 hidden drains on enough. Even wealthy retirees underestimate how much these 3 factors erode long-term security. Inflation, at just 3% per year, your expenses double in 24 years. That means your $120,000 lifestyle today will cost $240,000 in your 80s. Without a plan to grow income, that millionaire lifestyle starts feeling squeezed. Taxes. Many retirees forget that their IRA or 401k balances aren't all theirs. A portion of it, unfortunately, belongs to the IRS. Without Roth conversions, tax-efficient withdrawals, or strategic timing, you could lose 20 to 30% of your lifetime income to taxes. Longevity. Living longer is a blessing, but it also means your money needs to last longer. A 65-year-old couple today has about 50% chance that one of the spouses will live past 90. That's 25 plus years of withdrawals, healthcare, and inflation to plan for. If your plan doesn't address these three, inflation, taxes, and longevity, then enough will always feel fragile. Part 5. The emotional side of money. Why logic isn't enough. Even with the perfect math, retirement planning is still emotional. You spent 30 or 40 years saving, watching every dollar, investing carefully, delaying gratification, and now you're supposed to do the complete opposite. Start spending. That shift is harder than most people expect. It's not just about numbers, it's about identity. You're changing from accumulation mode to distribution mode, from control to trust, saving to living. The best plans make that transition feel safe. For example, some retirees like setting up a retirement paycheck. We do this a lot with our clients, setting an automatic monthly withdrawal or semi-monthly withdrawal that mimics the steady income they were used to during their career. Others create a fun fund, money specifically set aside for travel, family experiences, or bucket list goals. Because when spending is planned for, it stops feeling reckless. It starts feeling earned. And that's where financial planning meets emotional freedom. Part 6, what enough actually looks like in real life. A couple with $2.5 million, all in traditional IRAs and a taxable brokerage account, were withdrawing $100,000 per year, but constantly worried about taxes and market swings. After a full income plan, we adjusted their portfolio to provide more stable, inflation-adjusted income, do some Roth conversions over several years, and structure the withdrawals to keep them in a lower tax bracket. The result? The lifetime tax bill dropped roughly by 25%, and they were finally able to comfortably increase their annual spending to $130,000. Same money, better structure, less stress. Part 7, redefining enough, from numbers to clarity. So let's redefine enough. It's not about hitting a specific net worth. It's about answering 4 simple questions with confidence. 1, do I know where my income will come from each year? 2, do I understand how taxes and inflation will impact that income? 3, do I have a plan that adapts if markets change? And 4, do I feel free to enjoy what I've built without guilt or fear? When you can say yes to those questions, that's when you have enough. Not because the numbers changed, but because your perspective did. You replaced uncertainty with structure, and that's when wealth starts working for you instead of against your peace of mind. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Enough isn't a number, it's a plan. When your plan aligns your income taxes and long-term goals, that's when financial freedom finally feels real. If you are approaching retirement and want to build a strategy that supports your goals and values, let's talk. You'll find our website in the description of this video, and click that and schedule a conversation. Thank you.